This season of gold rush has been unlike any other. Parker Schnabel has risked everything. Nearly $15 million invested into Dominion Creek, and if his gamble doesn't pay off, his empire could collapse. But just when things finally started looking up, disaster struck, putting millions of dollars and Parker's entire season in jeopardy. After months of preparation, Parker's legendary wash plant, Big Red, is finally up and running. Alongside Slucifer, the two giants are processing thousands of yards of pay dirt every day. For Parker, two wash plants mean one thing: survival. But early into the season, cracks begin to show. Slucifer, Parker's prized machine, starts behaving strangely. Gold is piling unevenly into the slee boxes. With one side nearly empty and the other overloaded, the riffles clog, the gold washes away, and panic sets in. This isn't just a technical glitch. This is Parker's entire fortune literally slipping through his fingers. With foreman Mitch away, all eyes turn to plant boss Tyson Lee. If he can't solve the problem, Parker could lose hundreds of ounces in a single week. Tyson discovers the issue. Slucifer isn't level. The entire plant is leaning, channeling gold away from the riffles. In a risky move, the crew shuts the plant down, lifts the 45-ton machine, and rebuilds the pad beneath it. Every hour lost costs money, but failure here could mean financial ruin. Finally, with sweat, muscle, and nerves of steel, the team gets Lucifer back online. Now comes the moment of truth, the cleanup from the El Dorado cut. The crew recovers 168 ounces worth over $330,000. It's a solid return, but not enough. All hopes shift to Big Red's first full run in the Dominion money pit. Parker needs at least 230 ounces to justify his massive gamble. The crew anxiously weighs the gold, 200, 250, 300, and it keeps climbing. By the end, Big Red delivers a staggering 410 ounces. Parker's gamble finally seems to be paying off. Combined, the week's haul tops 578 ounces, worth over $1.1 million. The crew celebrates, but everyone knows one good week doesn't guarantee survival. While Parker fights to keep his empire afloat, the king of the Klondike, Tony Beets, faces his own nightmare. His legendary dredge, the heart of his operation, suffers a catastrophic failure. The 34-ton bucket line snaps, leaving the beast dead in the water. No bucket line means no gold, and every hour down costs Tony dearly. In true Beets fashion, he refuses to give up. Using 3 massive machines, a dozer, an excavator, and a winch system, Tony attempts a dangerous rescue mission to lift the broken line back into place. One mistake here could destroy the dredge forever. After hours of tension, sweat, and frustration, the crew finally succeeds. The dredge roars back to life, producing nearly $100,000 worth of gold in just 4 days. For Tony, it's proof that the old ways still work if you've got the guts to fight for them. Back at Parker's Dominion claim, challenges keep piling up. A massive deli dozer, essential for stripping ground, is discovered in pieces. To save time and money, mechanic Jordan Sands performs a near-impossible task, building a Franken dozer out of salvaged parts from 3 broken machines. Piece by piece, bolt by bolt, the monster is resurrected. Against all odds, the Franken dozer roars to life, saving Parker millions and keeping his operation alive. But time is against him. To hit his 5,000-ounce target, Parker needs at least 300 ounces every single week. Failure isn't an option. As the weeks roll on, cleanups push Parker closer to his goal. At one site, the team pulls in 240 ounces worth nearly $500,000. At another, the gold piles even higher. But every victory comes with setbacks, broken machines, flooded cuts, and endless pressure. Tony, meanwhile, doubles down. He invests $800,000 into a brand new wash plant nicknamed Sir Lou. Many thought it was a reckless gamble, but within days, the plant proves its worth, producing over 84 ounces in just 3 days. Combined with his other operations, Tony's gold count skyrockets, breaking records with 774 ounces, worth nearly $2 million in just 2 weeks. As the season barrels forward, The race between Parker Schnabel and Tony Beets has never been closer. Parker has staked everything on his 15 million Dominion gamble. Tony has risked nearly $1 million on new equipment. Both men are pushing harder than ever before. The question remains, who will strike it rich and who will walk away broken? This season, one wrong move could cost them everything. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Gold Rush's most intense season yet, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next episode. The Klondike is full of gold, but only the strongest will survive. But behind these dramatic numbers lies something deeper. This season is not just about ounces of gold. It is about survival, legacy, and the willingness to sacrifice everything for one last chance at glory. Parker Schnabel has always carried the reputation of being a young prodigy, someone who turned raw determination into fortune. But even he knows that the mining game has no guarantees. Dominion Creek is not just another claim. It is an unforgiving land filled with frozen pay layers, unstable ground, and machinery that seems to break down at the worst possible moments. His $15 million gamble is more than money. It's the difference between building a dynasty or watching years of sweat and ambition crumble into dust. When Lucifer began malfunctioning, the symbolism was unavoidable. A single machine could decide the fate of an entire season. To see gold washing away into the tailings was like watching weeks of labor evaporate before his very eyes. And Tyson Lee stepping up in Mitch's absence was a turning point. In mining, leadership is not about titles, it's about making the right call under crushing pressure. Lifting a 45-ton machine and rebuilding the pad beneath it wasn't just mechanics. It was desperation mixed with courage. That moment set the tone for everything to come. Every risk, every gamble, every second mattered. And then came the miracle of Big Red's massive 410-ounce cleanup. For Parker and his crew, that wasn't just gold, it was hope. It meant Dominion Creek still had the power to reward those who refused to quit. Yet even with over $1 million worth of gold recovered in a single week, the truth was harsh. One good week cannot erase months of uncertainty. Meanwhile, Tony Beets was proving that experience and stubbornness still had a place in a world ruled by younger risk-takers. When his dredge's 34-ton bucket line snapped, it could have spelled the end of his operation. Most miners would have called it a loss, but not Tony. His decision to attempt a rescue with dozers and excavators wasn't just risky, it was borderline reckless. But that's Tony Beets in a nutshell. Fearless, determined, unwilling to let the river or fate dictate his future. And when that dredge came roaring back to life, it was as if the past had spoken, reminding everyone that gold may be found with machines, but it is earned with heart and grit. The saga of Parker's Frankendozer further showed how ingenuity can turn disaster into triumph. Building a working machine out of 3 broken hulks was nothing short of genius, and it kept the dream alive when time was running short. Every ounce mattered. Every cleanup was a race against both nature and the clock. The $5,000 ounce season target wasn't just a number. It was the finish line in a brutal marathon. Tony's gamble with Sir Lou only intensified the rivalry. Critics called it reckless. But when the plant churned out 84 ounces in 3 days, it silenced every doubter. Tony knew that in gold mining, fortune favors the bold. And so, just as Parker was clawing his way back into contention, Tony was rewriting the rulebook with brute force and fresh investment. This season was more than just another chapter in Gold Rush. It was a war between 2 visions of mining. Parker's hunger for scale and domination, and Tony's battle-tested belief in grit and persistence. Each man pushed the other to new limits, and the Klondike became their battlefield. The towering machines, the endless roar of engines, the clouds of dust rising over Dominion Creek. All of it served as a backdrop to a simple truth. Gold is not given, it is fought for, clawed out of frozen earth, and paid for in blood, sweat, and sleepless nights. And so, as the season rages on, the stakes climb higher than ever. Dominion Creek has already cost millions, destroyed machines, and pushed crews to their breaking point. Yet it has also revealed resilience, courage, and the kind of determination that makes legends. For Parker Schnabel and Tony Beets, this season is not just about ounces, it is about survival. The gold is out there, buried beneath the ice and mud of the Yukon.